What is up, everybody? This is Omega Belmont here with a talk about a Mass Effect Andromeda. Uh, I played I want to say about 20-ish something hours, about 21% done with the game. It actually counts it for you so you can see how many percentage you're done with the game and how much hours have you played. I played maybe just the first part of the game only. Spoilers alert. There might be some spoilers. So if this is a game that you wanted to play, you just kind of want to avoid this video. Maybe just a bit of this video, and every time I talk about spoilers, I'll probably point out like spoilers or done or something. I don't know, whatever. But like I said, I just wanted to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm playing it on the PlayStation 4, and so far, I have some good and some bad things to talk about. Of course, there's probably a lot more bad things to talk about, and then more good stuff. Probably the good stuff I probably want to talk about first. What I really liked about the game so far is the exploration of the game. Like when you first land on a planet, and you only have a certain part of the map that you can go to. I like that. It's kind of like this planet that people have tried to build civilization on, and you go there and they're gone. They all left, and they're like, oh yeah, we tried to, but we kept getting attacked. The environment is too dangerous for us. We can't do anything. So the first mission is you're tasked to go to this planet and scout it out and try to build a new outpost, where they call it, or try to get some civilization on there. You get there, you find out that the place is gone, and that's pretty cool. I like games. I like Mass Effect being that, where you have to explore, and it's locked to a small part of the map, because if you try to go, every time you leave your zone, because they have these like kind of shields around the area, and it gives you oxygen, gives you clean air that you can breathe through. Once you leave it, it's like, oh yeah, a level 1 radiation, and then you go further out, level 3 radiation, and your life goes down more and more. Of course, you have your Nomad, which is probably one of the things I will talk about too. It's on the bad side. It's on the bad side of that, on the spectrum. I thought it was okay, but you have to leave, and then as you build your civilization up, you get people to come down, and now the air is much cleaner. The air is you can explore more of the map. When I looked at the first map, I'm like, oh man, this map is pretty small. You only have this small little map, and then when you open up, you actually take over the planet. It opens up, and you're just like, whoa, this map is huge, and so much big, areas you can go to, and this is where the Nomad comes in play. And I can't run anywhere. Well, the Nomad works out, so I guess that's a plus on the Nomad. I think that's what I call the Nomad. Yeah, the Nomad. But another thing I like is the action. The people say like the action's okay. I think it's okay. It's not that bad. There's a few things I like. I like the dodge thingy, the dodge roll thingy. You do, or not dodge roll, the dodge. You kind of dodge to the left and to the right. You could jump up and dodge forward, dodge backwards, things like that. I think that's pretty cool. It plays a little bit of, gives you a little bit of more, ways to play the game. It's not just, oh yeah, let me just shoot hide behind cover, shoot hide behind cover. It's oh yeah, I can actually stand up and shoot a guy, and then kind of dodge around and move myself around different places. You can jump high. You can boost yourself up to to a different part of a building to hide yourself, things like that. So that's, for me, those are the two biggest part I really liked about the game. Fortunately, those are the only two so far. And then we are probably talking about all the bads about the game. So now now we are talking about all the the things I didn't like about Mass Effect Andromeda so far. The 20 hours I played, 20% completion. It's really the thing that doesn't really bother me too much is really the facial expressions. A lot of people have a lot of problems. It is a problem though. It's not like, oh yeah, it looks okay. It's okay at times. But sometimes you look at the character and they're talking. They're like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it, their eyes are just like staring into space, literally into space. And it's just looking at space, and the eyes kind of move around, kind of like this, and then it looks like they're talking to a person. But when you're talking to a person, unless you're kind of like me, where it's tough to kind of really look at a person. Sometimes you kind of like, oh, okay, adjust yourself, come back. Their eyes tend to move a little bit around, like this, left and right, and kind of just like, yeah. So how's it going? How's it doing today, huh? I mean, and it's a problem. Creating your character, the best bet is to just use a custom. You go into the custom faces, heads. Just use those ones. I tried to use a custom one and then kind of build it around my the way I liked it. If you can see from my playthrough, my dude had he was like half the time like, and then one of his eyes was kind of like open, and one of them his eyes was kind of a little bit more closed, and I was just like, really? So I started over with a new guy, and I just used a custom head, one of them, and I just left it at what it is. And I changed the skin color, of course. I changed the hair, gave him a beard, and I just left it as that. And it came out to be okay. Still an okay looking game. It's not bad. Or okay looking character. You're not gonna wow other people with it, but like I said, it's probably because the fact that the main character actually talks and things like that. You can't really make him a certain way. I don't know. I guess Fallout did it pretty good. Fallout 4. So I don't know why they couldn't do it here, but and then we're done with talking about that. There's so much other people who can talk better about it. It's a problem. It's a problem with the game. There's so many weird, just the looks in the eyes. It just doesn't look like a real person. It looks like, I mean, of course they're not supposed to be real, but at least it could look a little bit closer. The eyes just doesn't look. It just looks like like I said, they're staring off into space. It's weird. Next is, I want to talk about like how scanning is, it's such a problem with scan. I have a problem with scanning. I mean, they give you so scanning. What you do with scanning is you scan an item or a person or whatever, and it gives you these development points or research points that you put into developing other items or weapons, items, armor, things like that. There's so many things to scan. So many. Too much. Every time you go to a place, you really want to bring out your little scanner thing. You're just scanning things like, oh my gosh, hey. It really slows down the game. It's so to a crawl, literally. You're just going around like, oh, let me just scan some things real quick. Let me see if there's anything to scan. When you see something that looks like something you can scan, you can't scan it. When you see something that just looks like a rock on the ground, you're like, hey, this is a rock. Okay. And then you just pass it. And so I just do it anyways, but sometimes you skip it. I have points where I probably could scan a few things. I'm just like, it's in an urgent area, they want you to do something, and you're just, oh, let me take my time to just scan things, and I just pass a lot of things. I probably pass so many things I could scan and so many things I could pick up, because it's just like, whatever, like, I just want to get done with this. Scanning is a problem with the game. It slows down the game. It was cool at first. You're like, oh, let me scan this stuff, and let me read that, or let me see, and it just becomes a chore. It literally does. It's like, oh, I don't want to scan anything more, but scanning helps you. It gives you all these development or these research points you can do, and I just find it. There's so many. There's just too many, and the world is huge, and you can almost scan, like, you can't scan anything, but you scan a lot of things, a lot of items, a lot of places, a lot of things like that. And then planet scanning it's just stupid to me. I don't see anything to do with planet scanning. They give you all these planets around that system, and then you can only scan it. You can't go to it. I don't see that. I don't see what's up with that. I guess it makes it feel like it's a real solar system instead of just this one little planet in this system and that's it. To me, I just don't find it useful. I 5 different planets in that system. The one of them you can go to, 4 of them you can scan, and then 1 extra, like, asteroid field or something you can scan, and that's pretty much it. That really bothers me. I mean, I just don't know why they would do that. It's just not fun to do. I hate doing that. It's like just like scanning everything else. You scan planets too. I don't know. And then the third problem I have with the game is that you're looking at, they give you so many systems to pull on. They give you like research development. You could do all this. You can craft this. You do all this and 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 this, and they don't tell you anything. A lot of it they don't even walk you through it. I always hate to, in the beginning of the game, I always say I hate when they walk you through, how to fight, how to use an item, how to use this thing and this thing and things like that. I always talked about that, but this is the time when if you want to build on a system, your crafting system, that's the time when you want to do it. You want to tell people how to craft. I crafted like 2 items so far, and I feel like I don't have to do it. I could just go into, I guess you can have to craft because you can insert different arguments into a gun or an armor piece that helps it out a bit. But at the same time, I don't really care. I'm just like, whatever. I have all these research points that I have to use. I don't really even touch them. I know they're supposed to make your guns better, or you could go like a level 1, level 2, level 3 gun, etc. It goes down from that list, and you can have a stronger gun, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever. I don't want to touch it because there's just so many things you're looking at. There's so many things, and I unlocked like probably like 2 or 3 guns only, and there's like 10 of them, and you gotta go through all. You're probably gonna see a lot of scanning because you just look at the list of things you have to go through, and there's like 10 guns. And then each gun has like a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And you can tell that you're going to do a lot of scanning. That's my biggest problem with that. And it goes back to scanning again. And then my biggest problem with the game is really the animations. Glitches. There's little glitches. Okay, so here's my biggest problem with Mass Effect Andromeda. When you go into an area and you talk to a character, right? You talk to a character, and then when he's done, the animations messes up. You see like NPCs around you kind of just like float around the screen and go to where the position they were at, and you're just like, what the heck? What did I just see? Like I saw like the Flash just like zoom across and then sit down in a little corner. I've seen that so many times with a character. I've seen a character in a Tempest, and I'm talking to one of the characters, and I'm talking to him here. Okay, so he or she is sitting by the corner, and I'm talking to her or him, and then he like they just like when they're done with the talking, they just like zoom across to the map to where I guess they're supposed to be playing at. That to me is troublesome. It's a game that I think the game needed another like 6 months in the cooker, because it's that to me. Everything else from the research points, everything that doesn't really bother me. Animations in the face, it doesn't really bother me too much. But to see the game kind of like glitch out like that, and it's not just like once or twice. I've seen this so many times. Every time I walk into the Nexus, I have NPCs flying all over the place. I get them to do, they look sometimes when I just like go past an NPC, I look back, and he's doing the Lamar Odom Jesus stance you see on NBA Live, and. Was that Lamar Odom? I can't remember. But you see him doing that. You see an NPC doing that, and then it quickly goes back to normal. And then I've seen it so many times, and that's the big reason for me is all that stuff aside, I could get it past that. The research points, it doesn't bother me too much. I'm going to do a lot of scanning, but I'm okay with it. Other facial animations, it does decent stuff. Sometimes I just kind of whatever. I just bland out. Luckily, I put subtitles, so sometimes I'm just playing on. I'm always searching something, so I don't look at their faces and things like that. So, it's a problem I only have, I guess, or I probably don't have, because a lot of people don't play it on their PC, or they don't play on a capture card or something like that. They're playing on their main TV, so they have to watch through all that. But the small little animation hiccups and things like that, it's a problem to me, because it really, you're trying to go somewhere, and then you just see something and you just have to stop and look at it. You're like, what the heck's going on? I don't know what's going on. And it's just really weird. That to me is my biggest problem with the game. It needs to, at least, I know facial animation and things like that will probably not get fixed, because it's embedded into the system already. So you can't really do much about that. But these little glitches, these little animation glitches that you see with the NPCs, they fly all over the place. They're like the Flash. You just see them zoom by you and things like that, and they go to the left and to the right, and you just take a look, and they're doing the Lamar Odom Jesus pose and things like that. It's quite troublesome, and it's something they could fix, and hopefully they do fix it. As of right now, I would not, give it a thumbs up for people to buy. Hopefully in like a month or two here, they could fix it up. Oh, multiplayer. I forgot about multiplayer. Multiplayer, I don't really care about it. I remember IGN talking about how it's a horde mode. And they got in trouble. The devs are like, "Oh, it's not no horde mode. It's a horde mode. It's you go through 7 waves of enemies. Of course, they give you different objectives. Like, oh, let me hold this position. Oh, hold A, B, and C positions until it's done filling the bar. Assassinate 3 people, or these 3 people, or each wave is different." Or survive this round, or distraction, things like that. It's pretty much what Mass Effect 3 was, and it's not something I probably won't be touched too much. You can buy like booster packs to get like items and things like that, better armor, better weapons. Kind of like in Mass Effect 3. I think Mass Effect 3 did that also. And you get better characters. You get characters. They're rare, uncommon, ultra rare. Things like that. So some of that stuff I don't really care too much about, and I won't be touching much of multiplayer. I just kind of jumped in to see what it is, and nothing. I really want to go back and play. There is a strike team mode thingy that you can look at. The strike team stuff is it's pretty decent. It's like, oh, let me hire these strike teams and send them out to do these missions that I could do in a multiplayer. Sometimes you get these Apex missions next to them, and then you can use those are the missions either you can do, or you can send your strike missions. The ones that fight the Apex are just strike missions only, and so far it's nothing. Like, I can only do like bronze stuff. Silver stuff probably won't be able to touch, because they're like, oh yeah, you're only 40% chance of beating it, and even at 80%, 89%, I still lose at some of the strike team mission stuff. So I don't really care about that too much. It's something to give items to you, some credits and things like that, more materials. But other than that, there's really nothing for you to do there. I just send them out, 3 hours. Sometimes, I think most of the time it's like an hour to 3 hours so far for them to come back. I don't really care about that. Whatever. And at least what you can do is 3 hours. You can log out, and you can come back in 3 hours if you wanted to, and check up on that stuff. So those are really my biggest main complaint. I mean, other than that, the game has been okay so far. It's not like blowing me out of the water. The story itself, I don't really care too much about. It's just pretty much you're the last hope, and you have to build this. You got to find a place for everybody to live and things like that. So exploration, things like that. That's pretty cool. The characters, I don't really care too much about it. There's some characters who just join you anyways. They're like, hey, you're good, I want to join you, and you're just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this big rant about Mass Effect Andromeda. Like I said, I'm about 20 hours, kind of doing everything, all the smallest missions I can do, all the little side missions I can do, kind of going through that, and, playing around in places, kind of just exploring. Eos is the first world you get to explore, and I'm trying to explore that, to see how big the map is. So far, it's been pretty cool. There's some cool, like, locations that I was like, whoa, and things like that, so pretty cool stuff. Anyways, like I said, I'm half enjoying it, half okay with it. It's something, if you want to, you could probably pick it up in like a few months down the line, mostly with all these AAA games that just came out. And, games like Horizon, Zero Dawn, Zelda, Nier Automata, those are not, I guess those are kind of not really AAA games, but all those are niche games. Neo, Gravity Rush, so many good games that has been out. Halo Wars 2, those are games that are probably better than Mass Effect. So, people are like, hey, in the backlog, and I'm okay with that. The backlog. I don't know. I'll just try to complete the game. I actually have to go back and play Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't even played. I played like about 15 hours so far, and then from what I played from Horizon, I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm played through Mass Effect, because it's Mass Effect, I guess. I'm just chugging along through there. Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I like it. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys come back next time. This is Omega Belmong. Peace out.